Good evening, my friends, and welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live right here on the Mike Avery Outdoors Facebook page and the Mike Avery Outdoors YouTube channel as well, which must mean that my name is Mike Avery, and it is, and I'm glad to have you along with us, especially since we're going to try a little something different tonight, and we'll see how it works. I mean, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but okay, so I'm trying to find captions here. I'm doing some experimenting here, so I need to see comments. Somebody show me a comment so I can see if I've got some comments tonight. You see the little banner there. You see the little logo up on the right, but what I'm not seeing is comments. So somebody give me a comment so I know that you are there and I know you can comment, because if you can't comment, then maybe this won't work as well as I thought it would. All right, so I'm still looking for comments. I'm not seeing any comments, so I suspect somebody is giving me comments, but yet. All right, let me try something else here. Oh, that wasn't what I want. Bear with me. Bear with me. Give me a second here. Okay, so there's this. Looking for comments. Making sure I got audio. Give me a second here. There, I got audio. But I thought this was going to allow for comments. If it doesn't allow for comments, it'll screw things up. But it's something, let's see. Comments. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now I see my comments. Yay. We've got audio. We've got video. And I see comments. And we're live on Facebook. And we're live on YouTube. Excellent. Excellent. We're off to a great start. And we're going to give away some stuff tonight. And wait till you see what I have planned, because we're going to do a little something special. I found a new software that will allow me to do maybe something a little bit special. I need a second screen. Well, Ed, it's funny that you should say that about the second screen, because that is certainly a possibility. Anyway, let me see what this little button right here says. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You the man. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Wow. Now, how do I hide them? Well, let's see. Maybe they'll change automatically here. I don't know. And maybe we'll be stuck looking at these for the rest of the night. There we go. There we go. Oh, my goodness. You know, it doesn't take much to make this old guy pretty excited. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, Doug, you can't play tonight. And just a reminder, because Doug is a stand-up guy, I am techie, Mike. If you won something in the last 2 weeks, please don't enter tonight. Otherwise, Doug's going to win everything. Anyway, welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live on the Mike Avery Outdoors Facebook page and the Mike Avery Outdoors YouTube channel. My name is Mike Avery. I do a radio show in Michigan called Outdoor Magazine. I've been doing for a lot of years, back when I had hair and the hair wasn't down here, wasn't gray. But what we do is we talk about hunting and fishing and shooting and trapping. Danny's with us tonight. Danny, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. Right now, there is just Crystal Light in here. Very soon. Hey, Slayer, how you doing, buddy? Heat wave is a-coming. Yes. Ed's checking in from Georgia. Jamie's with us tonight. No, I think Ed. I think Ed has Doug's address, Lori, because he said you gave it to him. Tomorrow, I'm getting the Angler Quest out. I'm going to go to Linwood Beach Marina. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to run it across the bay. I'm going to head for some skinny water. Doug says he got it. Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? How's your eye? My eye, by the way, folks, is doing pretty good. I have vision now in the upper part of my eye, and enough that I have depth perception. You never know how much you miss depth perception until it's gone. Gary's with us along. Okay, this is wonderful. So I can keep track of everything from right here. The number of people watching, I can keep track of the comments. Dan says, where are the turkeys at? Not hearing any gobbling at all. Mike says, bring your rain gear. Actually, my rain gear is sitting on the floor of my office. I will have it tomorrow. I know it's going to rain all day, but as long as it doesn't blow, I'm okay with that. Let's see. Tom from Unionville checking in. Mike from Thomas Marine. Oh, this is wonderful. Slayer says he'll meet me there. Slayer, I do want to get you out in the Bay this summer. I want to spend some time with you, get to know you a little bit, and talk a little bit about. Coming up in 5 minutes, we're going to give away some freaking pickles. And then also, Dave's waiting to have the cataract surgery done. Hey, Tom Beecher. Tom Beecher, you know what a pleasure it is to have you along with us, my friend. Tom Beecher, formerly of Vanguard. Now you're with, help me out, Tom. Help me out. I got a mental block, and I apologize. Velocity Outdoors, the folks who make the Raven and such. Really nice to have you along with us. Craig says to check the wind before I go. Did you see something, Craig, about the wind that I didn't? Because the last thing I saw said that it was going to be from the south tomorrow, but not too bad. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, the now is the time. Yeah, RC, to answer your question, May is the month to apply for your Michigan bear and Michigan elk tags as well. In fact, I was talking about bears on the show this week, and let me tell you who. Okay, there we go. A few turkeys in your yard. Yes, Velocity. Happy to be able to log in, Tom. Tom, I miss you. I got to be honest. I miss working with Vanguard, and I miss working with you. You're a stand-up guy. I always enjoyed our relationship. I enjoyed our friendship, and I miss you. Chris Collick checking in. Good evening, Chris. How are you? Rainy and windy. Richard, I don't want to hear rainy and windy. The rainy part I can take. The windy part I don't want. Although, if it's out of the south, like the last thing I saw, I can take a pretty good wind. Before we get to our freaking pickles giveaway, and you got to stick around for this because you got to see what we got coming up. It's something new. It's something exciting, and I'm really excited about it. Kevin, Coyote Killer's with us. Jim is with us as well. Chuck is watching from his cabin in Blaney Park in the UP. Wonderful. Let me tell you who's on the radio show this week. Cody Norton from the DNR is along with us, talking about Michigan Bears and reminding us that May is the month to apply for your Michigan Bear tag. Then, I'm just geeked today about everything. Bob Ransom. You know Bob's name, Bob from Ameristep, who created all those ground blinds for Ameristep years ago. He's with a new company now. It's called Primal Tree Stands, and they have come out with a see-through blind that I was turkey hunting out of. It's as good as the Primos double bull blind, and it's going to be half the price. You can't get it yet, though. It's going to retail for $279, but when it comes out, there's going to be a way that you can get it for $200. I'll tell you about that as we get closer. In hour number 2, Eric Long of Long Line Charters is along with us. And then Dave Chevy, talking about his new website, GreatLakesFishingInfo.com. This week's Ask Avery segment is about my turkey hunt, where I respond to somebody questioning my ethics about being in the woods after an eye injury. And then Richard P. Smith, like me, the man you love to hate, and wild game chef extraordinaire Dave Miner. All right. Shall we kick things off with giving away some freaking pickles? Now, we're going to try something here. I don't know if it's going to work.
Just pick one.
Here it is.
Hey, Mike.
Talk to me, guys. Can I hear you?
Yeah, can you hear us? We're here.
I can. That's wonderful. See, this is one of the things I was planning. We can go live and we can have an interview. This is Sherry Harpham. Who you got with you, Sherry?
My son, Brett, my business partner.
And you've got with you what?
Some freaking pickles.
Some freaking pickles. Yay.
I got the freaking veggie mix right here.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. That's new.
Nope, we had it for a couple weeks now.
Wonderful. And you've got freaking pickles in stores all across the east side of the state now.
Yes. How cool is that?
That is very, very cool. Shall we give away some freaking pickles?
Yes.
Can you see comments?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to start the contest right now. If you would like to win some freaking pickles, make your comments now, and the Freaking Pickles crew is with us, and they will pick. But be creative. Do not say you're going to give them to a poor family, because though that's honorable, it makes it impossible. Oh, the horseradish ones are wonderful. And if you've won in the last 2 weeks, Please don't enter again. How cool is this that we can do this on our Wednesday Night Live? You guys keep an eye on these comments, and we will give away some freaking pickles. Also, Ed Bolanowski of Speedy Blaze is standing by, and we're going to give some of those away as well. Is this not the coolest thing in the world? Man, oh man.
And Mike, we have your favorite.
Which one? The horseradish?
Yep.
Yes. They're really good, and you guys are really making a name for yourselves now. You came out of nowhere, and you're crazy.
Yep. Almost 7 months in. We just
Really, it's been that long.
Yes, we just we just opened up our 12th store that we partnered with, and the Forwards locations. We're going to go into 17 of those stores in the next few weeks.
I was hoping you would get into Forwards because I thought it was the perfect choice.
And it is. Yep, we're excited about that partnership too.
Wonderful. You're watching the comments here. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. If you want to win some freaking pickles, we got the freaking pickles crew with us, and they're gonna pick this live too. So there's a lot of pressure on them. A lot of pressure on you guys tonight. Freakingpickles.com is the website. Freakingpickles.com. Oh, isn't this cool? My name is Mike Avery. This is the Mike Avery Outdoors Facebook page and the Mike Avery Outdoors YouTube channel. This is something we do every Wednesday night. It's called Wednesday Night Live. We've just added a new capability to bring people into our Wednesday Night Lives. You can see right there, Freaking Pickles, 989-778-0102. All right, you got 1 minute on the Freaking Pickles, 1 minute on the Freaking Pickles. And if you've been with us before, you know what's coming up after that. 1 minute on the Freaking Pickles. Oh, boy. How exciting is that? And did I mention that Richard P. Smith and Chef Dave Miner are along with us as well? Hey, Lori's checking in. She says, that's awesome, Sherry. Mike says, send me some in Marlette. And you do ship. You do send them out as well, right?
We sure do. We ship, many. We ship about 100 a week.
Oh, man. 30 seconds on the Freaking Pickles. If you would like to win some Freaking Pickles, you got 30 seconds to get in on this. And you know what's going to happen at the end of those 30 seconds. Now it's 20 seconds. To win some freaking pickles. Danny's, when we get done with this, Sherry, tell us some of the stores you're in. Danny wants to know 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Contest is over.
Okay.
I
Michelle Baker.
I could have kept going. Who's our winner?
Michelle Baker.
Michelle Baker is our winner. Congrats. What does she win?
2 containers of freaking pickles of her choice.
2 containers. Wonderful. So, Michelle, either give me your contact information or get it right to the folks at Freakin' Pickles, and they will be shipped out to you. Guys, thanks for joining me tonight. Congrats on the success of Freakin' Pickles, and we'll look forward to doing this again, next week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. And
all right, thank you, guys.
Familiar?
All right. All right, we'll go back to this. How cool is that? Jim says he's glad he's got a mute button. Michelle Baker, congrats to you, Michelle Baker. Coming up here in a few minutes, we're going to give away some Speedy Blaze, and it looks to me like Ed is standing by and he wants to give us a demonstration of Speedy Blaze. How cool is that? I got to love technology. I love the fact it's allowing me to do things that I've never been able to do before online, and this is absolutely, absolutely wonderful. Hey, Craig, as long as you're out there, Craig Plowman, will you check the wind forecast for tomorrow? Is it truly going to blow? Because it's going to break my heart if it's blowing tomorrow. Because I have every intention of being on the water tomorrow. Let's talk about a couple of things, shall we, my friends? Let's talk about, number one, my turkey hunt. You may or may not know how my turkey... what stores were they in? I'm sorry, we forgot about that. That's something we'll cover next week then. Tom, we'll do that next week because they'll be along with us next week. We will do... if you go to their website, freakingpickles.com, yeah, Ted, isn't the new format pretty cool? Tom, if you go to freakingpickles.com, I suspect they have a list of the stores that they're in, or go to their Facebook page as well. They've been very active on Facebook, and I suspect they are updating their stores there. So go to freakingpickles.com. Southeast, that's what I thought, Craig, so I should be okay. Thank you. Let's talk about my turkey hunting. I shot a turkey. I did not recover the turkey. I shot him with my recurve. I thought what I made was a perfect shot. the Texas Heart Shot. If you look anywhere online, or if you talk to bow hunting experts, or if you look at diagrams on where you should hit a turkey with a bow, the Texas Heart Shot is one of the perfect ones. And that is when the bird's facing away from you and they fan out the spot where all the tail feathers meet. That's where you should shoot them. And that's the shot that I took with my recurve last Friday. And I did that for a couple of reasons. Number one, the bird was 12 yards from me. So he was in my lap. He was in my face. I didn't want him looking at me because with a recurve, you can't hold it. You just got to take the shot and let it go. I waited till he turned around. I hit him in the perfect spot. Should have been a dead bird, but it wasn't. I did everything I could to recover the bird. I couldn't find him. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And I will remember this hunt for a long time. But what did I do? Because I drew blood, I actually gave up on my season. My turkey season is over. Louis says it's a textbook shot. And it should be, right? It should be a textbook shot. So I hit the bird there and I didn't recover him. And I'm sick about it. But at least I did two things. I feel like I did everything to recover the bird, and I thought I made a good shot. I hit that bird exactly where I wanted to. Had I made a shot that was off center or something, then I would have felt worse. But I did what I could. But the interesting part about that is I was talking to Al Stewart of the DN. Well, there is, Scott, because I need to talk about this some more. I got a blind for you too, Scott. And the reason I want to bring it up is because I was talking to Al Stewart from the DNR, who is their upland game bird specialist. I was talking to him about that shot. Al is an expert turkey hunter and a turkey biologist as well. He said, Mike, despite what common knowledge says, he says the Texas Heart Shot is really not a good shot to take on a bird, especially with traditional gear. And I got thinking about it. And you know what? From the side, you've only got about 2 inches of meat and feathers to get into before you get to the vitals. But from the rear, you got 3 or 4 inches. So that does make some sense. Knowing that, it is a shot that I will avoid in the future. However, with the knowledge that I had at the time, I feel comfortable and confident it was a good shot. And if I was in the woods tomorrow, knowing what I did at the time, I would take the same shot. Knowing what I know now, I would probably hold off. Brent says he would have taken the same shot. Absolutely. And I think probably, Brent, with your crossbow, your dart and crossbow, you probably could have killed that bird. So, but I'm moving along to fishing. Bear, talking with Cody Norton from the DNR today on the show. He said that the bear population in the northern half of, well, let's talk about penetration here. I'm glad you brought that up, Brent. I had a couple people say it looks like you didn't get much penetration. Well, you got to keep in mind that arrow that I'm shooting was incredibly long. We didn't cut maybe a 1/4 inch off that arrow. It was 31-inch arrow or something like that. So even though you saw, this much of the arrow sticking out, there was a lot of still in the bird. So, yeah. All right. Cody Norton says that the bear population in the lower peninsula is 50% higher than it was 2 years ago. 50% higher. Now, wouldn't you think that would mean that we should get more bear tags? If the bear population is 50% higher, shouldn't we get more bear tags? In the northern half of the lower, yes, Paul. But he says don't look for that to happen. For number one, the Michigan Bear Hunters Association is against it, which kind of breaks my heart. Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. But again, now is the time to apply for a Michigan bear tag. If you want to get to Drummond Island, it's going to take you about 18 years. If you want to hunt the second or third season in the western part of the Upper Peninsula, you can hunt every year. Also, time to apply for your elk tag. Here's a word of advice. Not because I'm trying to game the system, but because I want to give you and me the best odds. Gabe says, Mike, don't know if you've gotten your charter captain's license yet, but have you heard anything about the amount of people we can take out? You can take out as many people, Gabe, as your boat can carry, as long as you can stay 6 feet apart. If you want to increase your odds of getting a Michigan bear or elk tag, apply for the Pure Michigan Hunt. That's what you want to do. Your odds are better there. I was telling you about this blind that I was hunting out of. In fact, I showed you some video. I will put some video online here in the next couple of days with Bob Ransom, formerly of Ameristep, now with Primal Tree Stands, of their Wrath 270, W-R-A-T-H, Wrath 270 see-through blind. Paul is already booked for the first season. I think the blind is as good as the double bull blind. I think in some ways it's better because the windows are more adjustable. The material probably isn't quite as hot or quite as thick, but guess what? Where that Primos double bull blind is $400, this Wrath 270 is going to have a retail of $279. And here's the no, Bill, I've already given my double bull to Scott Gatza for letting me hunt his property. So $279 on that blind. However, when it comes out, and don't tell anybody yet because this is a secret, when it comes out, we are going to have a discount program where you can buy it for $200, half the cost of the double bull. Now you're going to have to use a certain promo code, and that promo code might be Avery or something like that, but you're going to be able to get it for $200. Details on that coming up later. The blind, however, isn't going to be available until early August. That's a heck of a price, Bill. It's a heck of a price. You can buy 2 of those for the cost of a double bull. They should be here in time for us to take them to Ontario on our bear hunts if we can go to Ontario this year. I'm supposed to be heading for Quebec Friday for a bear hunt. Obviously, it's not going to happen. So keep an eye on that. The Wrath, W-R-A-T-H, the Wrath 270. Primaltreestands.com. It's not on the website yet, Bill. I have some video and pictures on my Facebook page here, and I'm going to post a video here in the next couple of days that I shot with Bob Ransom going through the blind. Heard that Primos has good lifetime warranty. How is the warranty on the Wrath? I don't know the answer to that, Jason, but I can tell you what, the double bull is a tremendous blind. It is a beautiful, beautiful blind. But if I can get one very comparable for half the cost, that's what I'm going to. Are you going, Bill? You're not going, right? Because you can't get across the border. I'm just hoping and praying that the border opens up in time for us to go to Ontario. Shall we give away, Ed, you've been patiently waiting by, shall we give away some Speedy Blaze? To do that, Ed Bolanowski from Speedy Blaze. Hello, Ed. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. How do you like this new thing we're doing here?
This is awesome. Hey, so what I did is, of course, when you texted me, I was under the dash of my boat working. I'm leaving for Lake Erie on Friday. So I ran down to my dad's. Let me move this for a quick second.
Sure.
So at least we could be on the water.
Perfect.
So there we go. And I did start a fire. We'll flip the camera, see how this works.
Excellent. I like this a lot.
There you go.
Nice.
So I just started that like 2 minutes ago, and it started a lot faster than I thought it was going to. But that's been
nice.
burned for about 2 minutes.
So do you have any, like in a package there we can see or something, what it looks like before you fire it up?
I didn't. I only had the one, and I burned this one.
Okay. So
did I mention how somebody just let me know this like an hour ago?
Somebody just thought of it an hour ago, Ed. Hey, so listen, what we're looking at right there is one package.
Correct. That's one package. So each package is 4 of the hardwoods, so 4 of the briquettes and 2 starters. What I did, we'll move to the side here a little bit so you can see that a little better. I kind of set it up like a hashtag. So 2 going one way, 2 going the other way, kind of like a pound sign for us older people. Put the starters underneath it and lit it, and there we go.
And how long will that burn, Ed?
That'll burn outside 3 to 4 hours, inside longer.
No kidding. Can we cook over it?
Yes. So it's just made out of wood. So again, there's no chemicals in it. There's no binder in it, no glue. So it's safe to cook over. It smells like wood fire. It heats like wood fire. I can feel the heat coming off it right now.
Because it really is wood though, right?
Correct. That's all that's in it. It's just wood.
But it's water resistant.
Correct. So what we do is we coat that with a food grade sealer. It's actually kind of the same wax that they put on an apple.
Okay.
So that makes it water resistant. So if it does get wet, it'll still burn. Same with our starters. They'll burn wet. They'll burn frozen. Doesn't matter.
Wonderful. All right, Ed, listen, let's give away. And you're going to give away what? 2 packages?
Let me flip this around. Yeah, we'll give away 2 packages, but here's where we're at. I can't see people's comments.
Oh, you can't.
So I guess what we do is, can we have Lori pick again for 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah. Lori, are you still with us? Lori Card? Yeah, if Lori's with us, she can do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
And you guys too at Speedy Blaze, we should point out that you are a family-owned, Michigan-based company.
Right. We're right here in Alpena. So all of our wood is sourced in Alpena or the general area. So everything is Michigan made. Our packaging is all Michigan made. So we're definitely a Michigan
and you're in all the Forward stores.
Correct. We're in Forwards. We're in Jay's. We're in Frank's. So a lot of the hunting stores that you go to will be in there. We're in a bunch of Speedways. We're in a number of Meijer stores.
Wonderful. Yes, Lori is with us. So let's start this contest. We're going to give away 2 packages of Speedy Blaze. And Ed, if you want to show us the fire again while we're giving this away, if you want, that'd be great. And Lori Card, you are playing the role of Ed Bolanowski tonight, and we're starting the contest right now. You have 3 minutes to make your comments on why you want to win some Speedy Blaze. I think it's a wonderful product. And you know what? When things are just kind of bad in the world right now, wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to sit around a campfire of Speedy Blaze? I think it's great. Oh, there's a good comment from Jeff right there. Remember, if you've won in the last 2 weeks, please don't make your comment now, but we're going to give away 2 packages of Speedy Blaze, courtesy of the good folks at Speedy Blaze. SpeedyBlaze.com is the website, SpeedyBlaze.com. Ed Bolanowski is with Speedy Blaze, and he is demonstrating that tonight as we do our a new version of Wednesday Night Live. We're live on the Facebook page. We're live on the YouTube channel at the same time. We can bring in guests. I can watch all the comments here. Wonderful, wonderful. You've got 2 minutes to make your comments on why you want to win some Speedy Blaze, why you would like to win some Speedy Blaze, Michigan-based Speedy Blaze, SpeedyBlaze.com. Okay, you got 1 minute now. I'm not really watching a clock here. I'm just kind of making it up as I go, as you can tell. I know you're not, Doug. Kevin, nice to have you along with us this night. George is making his comment as well. Bill, Paul, Richard's making a comment. You got 30 seconds on the Speedy Blaze. Marilyn's making a comment. You got 30 seconds on the Speedy Blaze. Terry wants to win some Speedy Blaze as well. You got 20, 19, 18. You know what's coming up, although I won't do it as long as the first one. If you want to win some Speedy, 10, 9. Hey, Chevy, how you doing, buddy? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all I'll do for this one. I'll give you a break. All right, Lori, tell us who won. Ed, you got a good handle on this, man. I like that. You've got this all figured out. I like this a lot.
This will be neat. It'll be neat going forward. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody who's doing it at all. So I think it's pretty cool that I kind of accidentally stumbled onto this right here. Yeah, Speedy Blaze, SpeedyBlaze.com. Lori, who's our winner this week? Who is our winner, Lori Card? The pressure's on you. Da, 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 da. Come on, Lori. You've been through this before. You know. Lori. I'll take a little Crystal Light.
Tough decision.
SpeedyBlaze.com is the website. SpeedyBlaze.com. Dave May. Okay. You're going to have to give away 2 packages of 2, Ed, because Lori picked Dave Mason and Melissa Young. Is that okay?
That works for us.
All right. See, that's what happens when you step aside and you have your sales manager do it for you.
That's right. I owe her that much anyways, right?
Yeah, Dave Mason and Melissa Young. Congrats. Get us your information. We will get those off to you. And Ed, listen, I appreciate you joining us and helping us trying to figure this whole thing out. I know I didn't give you much warning, but you jumped in. You did a great job, and I appreciate it.
Sounds great, Mike. Have a good weekend.
All right, you as well. Good luck fishing to you.
Thanks, sir.
All righty. Ed Bolanowski of Speedy Blaze, SpeedyBlaze.com. So what do you think of this? Is this not kind of a cool addition to our Wednesday night live? So what I'm doing is I'm running my professional grade microphone, my Shure, in through a device that converts it into bits and bats and goes into my computer. I'm actually using the webcam on my laptop, but there is a way to use my iPhone because my iPhone gets a much better quality picture. I don't know, Tom. My iPhone gets a much better quality picture. And there's a way that I can use this as my webcam, so I can actually walk around, use this as my webcam, and run it through my computer. Gotta love technology. Gotta love technology. All right. What else? Okay, I'm getting the AnglerQuest tomorrow. Hey, Gina, how you doing? Gina Cannell, I heard a rumor. I guess there's no set date that's being talked about, but I heard a rumor that we might be able to get into Jay's pretty soon. Yeah, I like this, Kevin. I use this one, and then I use the RE20 or the EV RE20. EV RE20 is the one I use in the studio. I like that as well. Gina, of course, from Jay's Sporting Goods, jaysportinggoods.com, a great company. It is, Louis. It's amazing the technology we have in the palm of our hands if you just want to take advantage of it. Okay, I want to talk. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. I want to talk a couple of minutes about hunter ethics. And I bring this up because I had somebody question my ethics, and it was brought up, and I talked about it at length in the Ask Avery segment. They are doing curbside, Tom, but the store is going to open up to go back in the store pretty soon. I'll leave it at that. Pretty soon. Yes, they are doing curbside now. In fact, I've taken advantage of it. But for a webcam, I think that video actually looks pretty good for a webcam, doesn't it? I talked about this on the radio show this week in my Ask Avery segment, brought to you by Security Credit Union. It's the last segment of the second hour. A guy named Jim sent me this, and he did give me his last name, but I'm not going to use it because I don't think it's fair. So it's not like it was a anonymous comment. He gave me his name. He said, well, Gina says 16th, hours 10 to 6, Monday, Saturday, 12 to 5. I thought I wasn't supposed to say anything, Gina. So you're going to open up Saturday. Jay's is going to open up Saturday. How wonderful is that? Okay, Jim sent me this, and I'm going to read you his comments, and then I got to respond to him. He says, Mike, sorry to hear about your eye, but glad you're on the mend. What happened was, like a big oaf, I fell while I was turkey hunting, all loaded up with gear, and I detached my retina, and I tore my retina, and I had to have surgery to get it fixed. He says, I know about your passion for turkey hunting, but I need to question your hunting ethics. Now, see, that rankles me right there. Do not question my ethics. We can question if somebody is hunting legally, but I don't think a hunter has the right to question another hunter's morals or ethics. He says, as a hunter safety instructor, we teach hunter ethics to the students and stress a quick, clean kill. I listened to what you said about your practice and aiming a foot to the right. I know it's your choice to try to harvest a turkey, but saying I think I can hit the bird is different than saying I know I can hit the bird. Don't we owe it to the resource? He says, just something to think about. And it is something to think about. And it is a great, great question. And it is a valid question. Let me take it point by point. First of all, Jim, thank you for being a hunter safety instructor. If we had more people like you getting kids involved in the outdoors, that would be wonderful. Obviously, we want to teach ethics to our young hunters. A big part of hunting is hunter ethics. When I hurt my eye, it changed my point of aim because I lost partial sight out of my right eye. So knowing that was going to be the case, I went out and I shot. Well, okay, Gina. Well, you just announced it, Gina. I shot my bow, my recurve, a bunch to see how my point of aim changed. And it was basically, I had to make myself aim a foot to the right at 15 yards, which I don't think is a big deal because don't we always, isn't it common? Like if you're shooting a deer at a long distance, don't you routinely shoot over its back to make the bullet or the arrow drop in? So I don't think that's a big deal. So it's not like I didn't know where the arrow was going. I did know where the arrow was going. He says, when you say that you think you can hit the bird, that's different than saying, I know I can hit the bird. I never said, I think I can hit a bird. Well, I did just in general about hitting with a recurve. But as far as aiming to the right, I knew that if I aimed to the right, I could hit the bird. So I knew that was the case. Don't we owe it to the resource? Of course we owe it to the resource to make a quick, clean, humane killing shot as much as we possibly can. Absolutely. And I feel I had my bases covered. I practiced before the season. I practiced after the eye injury. I made what I still think was a very good shot on that bird. I hit it exactly where I wanted to, exactly where I was aiming. So I'm actually pretty proud of that. It just didn't work out that I can recover it. However, I did everything I could. I got down on my hands and knees. There was no blood to track. I did a grid search. I came back and did it again. Some buddies went out there. There were I had people say, why don't you go out there and hunt with a shotgun and see if you can get that same bird, because he's missing a tail feather. If you see him, you'll know it. Well, I can't shoot a shotgun yet because the recoil will screw up my eye, but there were people out there hunting out of that same blind for a couple of days. I think they're still out there, and they never saw the bird. So we did everything possible, maybe short of bringing in a tracking dog, and I didn't do that. But my point is, and I think Jim makes it's a valid question. It's a valid point. But what bothers me is in the hunting world today, we are so eager to criticize our fellow hunters. We don't see that as much in fishing. And I was talking with Chevy on the show about this today. We don't see that as much in fishing, but hunters are just bound and determined that all other hunters are dirtbags, and we want to tell them about it, and we want to share it on social media. Why do we do that? And I'm not saying Jim says I'm a dirtbag, but I'm taking it one step further now. Why do we do that? I say I am only concerned about hunters and anglers hunting and fishing legally. If another hunter or angler is fishing in a legal manner, I'm happy. I'm content. That's all I'm interested in. I am not about to try to dictate or mandate my morals or ethics to a fellow hunter or angler, because that's very personal and everybody has their own morals and ethics. So I think we're walking down a slippery slope. We're going down a slippery slope when we start trying to mandate morals and ethics to fellow hunters and anglers. As long as they're doing it legally, I think that's all we should be concerned with. And that's this week's Ask Avery segment, brought to you by Security Credit Union, securitycu.org. Just had to get that off my chest. Now I'm never going to talk about it again. I'll think about it. I'll kick myself 1,000 times for not getting that bird. But I made a good shot. Just wasn't a killing shot, and you move on. But I'll remember the hunt. What else is on my list, my friends? Oh, I did a podcast today for Jay's Sporting Goods. That'll be online probably Friday, because tomorrow my plan is to be on the water. I'm going to Linwood Beach first thing in the morning to pick up the Angler Quest. They promised me it would be in the water, and I know it will. I got some rods respooled. I got all my gear to take on the boat. I'm going to run across. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Michigan Whitetail Pursuits. True. So I'm going to run across the bay, depending on the wind. I'm going to get an early start. It's going to be a southeast wind, so I should be just fine. I want to get up into my skinny water, which is very much protected from a southeast wind. And I am jonesing so bad to go fishing. I just cannot wait. Time to take a little break from hunting and concentrate on fishing now. Fishing. Walleye fishing on the Angler Quest, trolling on the Angler Quest up in my skinny water. And I am jonesing. George says he shot turkeys with a shotgun and had the same results. It's hunting, right? There is no guarantee. All we can do is the best we can do. But, and also, see, I could have chosen to just be quiet about this and not show the video and not tell the story, and I could have kept hunting. But I chose not to, because I am a public person, probably more public than I should be, and I'm a fairly high profile person, and I believe that we should show hunting in a realistic manner. All hunts do not turn out like we see on outdoor television. And so I think we should portray them in a realistic and truthful manner. Tom is slamming crappies here in Lake City. Maybe I should get the fly rod out and try the pond behind the house again. I still have not caught a bluegill on that fly rod yet. I haven't given up yet. And yes, just to point out, I did give up my season. Once I drew blood, I am done. So Craig, how's your boat coming? I know you wanted to get it. You needed to get it fixed. Are you making any progress there at all? Bernie says walleye BLTs tell great. That's right. Hunt your hunt, and if you can't take the criticism, you keep your mouth shut. But I can. I have a thick skin. All right, George has got to get his venison backstraps off the grill. Love the show. Thank you, George. I appreciate that, and I love you being along with us. I really do. My friends, I can't tell you how excited I am about this new format, about the opportunities, new motor. Oh, my goodness. Facebook, Derek, was just plain weird this morning. Remember last week when I tried to reverse the image and it turned green? Facebook has bugs. I'm kind of going around Facebook with this new system, and I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's very exciting. It opens up like opportunities. Like, next week I could have Bob Ransom showing us that Primal Tree Stand's blind. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, my friends, listen, if you want to, if you're new to this, you don't know who I am, check out my website, MikeAveryOutdoors.com, MikeAveryOutdoors.com. This will reside now on the Mike Avery Outdoors Facebook page and the Mike Avery Outdoors YouTube channel forever and ever and ever and ever until Jesus comes back. It'll be there online. Appreciate you joining me tonight. As I always say, I appreciate your support over the years. I've been doing this a long time, and I would not have been able to do it without folks like you who have watched the TV show, listened to the radio show, and now follow me on social media. I am blessed to do what I am, and I am blessed to have you along with us. And that'll wrap up this edition of Wednesday Night Live. Have a good night, my friends.